Hi everyone, welcome back to the English class. I'm your English tutor, Stephanie. Okay, so finally, we are in our very last week of February, which is week 4. Okay, for today, we will mainly focus on drilling on your grammar knowledge. So let's go to your page 21, and we'll just start right into it. Okay, are you ready? So, first things first, let's talk about the sentence structure. Last week we did something about our essay writing, right? But before that, we need to know the core basic structure of our essay is definitely formed by a lot of different sentences. So in order to write a good essay, you need to know how can you write a good sentence and slowly form it into one whole passage, right? So in this checkpoint one, I just want to let you understand three key ideas here. Okay, what is sentence, what is subject, and what is predicate? Okay, for sentence, if you look into this, for sentence, all right, in these three different examples, which is sentence? Which one is sentence? Okay, a complete sentence is like our number 3. Very good. Okay, number 3. So, teacher Dui is the most handsome Chinese teacher I have ever met. So, this is one complete sentence with subject and with predicate. Okay, then what is subject? What is predicate? All right. So, subject is when we talk about the main character, what the sentence is about. Okay, the main thing, that one is called subject. So, after we done question number 3, right? This one is already the sentence. In the remaining one, which is your question number 1 and question number 2, which one is your subject? What is this about? The main character. Very good. So for subject, it will usually be like your number 1, okay? Where it is your main thing, okay? What it is about. Okay, what it is about. And this one is about Judy and her dog. So we have the main character. Usually it's your noun, okay? 名词啊, noun part. All right, then the remaining one, predicate, will be your question number 2. Okay, why? Because predicate is when you are telling, okay, something about the subject. It's like your extra information about the subject. So Judy and her dog. Then what happened to them? If you want to further explain, then behind it will be predicate. Okay, and things like this. See, received RM 1000 from my parents, right? Received RM 1000 from my parents. So this is about something. There will be an action. Okay, your verb will be inside here. All right, so this is sentence, subject, and predicate. Right, let's go through the following down part, and we talk about the definition in a more detailed manner. So every complete sentence contains an independent clause which is made of 2 parts. Okay, which is made of 2 parts. That's what I've mentioned to you earlier. One part is your subject. Okay, it is about what or whom, depending on the noun. Okay, what or whom the sentence is about. And the next part is a predicate. Okay, a predicate which tells you something about the subject and contains the verb. All right, tells you about the subject and contains the verb. Okay, so this is a very simple sentence and it is an independent clause. When we talk about independent clause, it means that it is complete, there is a subject, there's a predicate, and by looking at that sentence only, you will be able to understand what it is about and what it is trying to tell you. Okay, so this is called a complete sentence, independent clause. Another thing is called dependent clause. That one is when there's a hanging sentence that will need some either your linkers and connectors or your coordinating conjunctions to connect it together. Only it will form a complete sentence. Okay, but that one is a bit complicated. I will not touch by today's lesson. All right, so you just have to understand that independent clause means one complete sentence. There's subject, there's predicate, will do. All right, so example here is like teacher Jai love eating Japanese food. Teacher Jai love eating Thai food. Okay, so teacher Jai is the who, right? Who. And what is this sentence about? Okay, the main character, teacher Jai. Love eating Japanese food, love eating Thai food is your predicate, all right, where there contain a verb, okay, that's talking about the action, and also the extra information, eating Japanese food, eating Thai food, different kind of cuisine. Okay, so this is a simple sentence. But this is too simple. This is something that you already know and you have already keep on using from your standard 6. All right. So when you come up to our secondary school level, we want something more level up. Okay, level up. So now, in order to get good score in your exam for your essay, you will need to try to form other than simple sentence, but also add on compound sentence. I'm not telling you to not put in some simple sentence because it's too simple. I want you to show variations, okay? You can do simple sentence, you can do compound sentence, and in the future, we will also try to look in complex sentence. That one is another level, okay? A level higher than compound sentence. But in order to not confuse you, I will not tell you in this lesson as well on that. All right? So simple sentence, compound sentence. So what is compound sentence? Simple sentence is one independent clause. Compound sentence is when you contain two, okay? Two independent clause. And this is the keywords. Please highlight it down. Join, bind, okay? Combine by what? There's 3 ways to combine things together. Either one, okay? Either one, you combine with a comma, okay? Comma looks like this, right? So how? Or two, semicolon. Semicolon looks like so. All right. Or 3. Okay. You can use coordinating. Okay. Coordinating conjunctions. Okay. Coordinating conjunctions. So you can only choose either one, or you can combine a few in the sentence depending on either is it a compound or complex sentence. Okay. So for the sample below, the example below, I'm using only joining by coordinating conjunctions. So there's no comma, no semicolon, and see how I do it out. Because, okay, for example, we're using this lah, all right? The simple sentences above, right? There's 2. So both of these is related to the same thing, all right? Same matter. Japanese food, Thai food, both is about food, right? So for this one, we are trying to give extra information, additional information. Hence why we use and Japanese food and Thai food. Okay, but definitely there's also different way to do it other than and. What are the other coordinating conjunctions that you can use to combine 2 independent clause into one sentence? Okay, you don't have to have 2 full stop, but instead you have one longer sentence. How can you do it? So this, please remember it, all right? This is very useful for you to write an essay. And also at the same time, you can use this until your Form 5. All right, it's very important. So there are fanboys, okay? If you read down here, the short form is called fanboys, and each of them represent one coordinating conjunctions. Okay, write it down. For your F, right? F stands for 4. Okay, F stands for 4. I give you all the words first, and later I'll explain them one by one. Okay, so the F stands for 4, A stands for N. And the next one, N stands for nor, B stands for but. O stand for or, Y stand for yet, and the very last one, S stand for so. For and nor, but, or yet, so, and these are the different coordinating conjunctions that you can use to combine 2 different independent clause, okay, 2 separate independent clause into one complete sentence, okay? But when do you use which one? This is important. Cannot use the wrong one. Otherwise, it's also considered as a wrong or error in grammar. Okay, so for it represents, okay, it brings the meaning of because. I'll give you some example in the following practice, so don't worry, I'll explain further in detail later, but just write it down. For it can because it is about because. All right, next one, and is when you're giving additional. Let me try to quickly work on this. Additional information. Okay. Nor is when you have 2 negative. Okay, to negative, usually the negative is options. All right, this or that, both you don't have. Okay, so and negative and nor, or you can also remember it as and negative and no. There's two no's. Okay, there's two no's. Later, I'll show you what do I mean about that. Okay, I'll show you better. Next one, we have but. When we talk about but, definitely when you are having some exception, okay, exceptions. All right, or I can also say that there is like a positive and negative opposite idea. Opposite idea. Something like, all right, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, but there's nothing that I want to eat. See, I'm hungry. You should eat something, but at the same time, okay, there's nothing that you want to eat, right? You also don't want to eat. So you're hungry. You should eat. It's a positive thing. You doesn't want to eat anything. There's no food you want to eat. There's negative. So positive, negative, opposite idea, exceptions. All right. It's called. We can use but. Okay. Next one, it's or. When we talk about or, it is when you have two options. Okay, options. This or that. Usually you need to choose one. Okay, you can only choose one. There's only one that you can continue to move on. All right. Next one we have yet. Yet is when you have things that is have a meaning of even so. Okay, even like this you cannot. So you did something, but even so, yet you cannot receive something. Okay, write it down first. Later I'll explain further. And the very last one here, we got so. So it's when you are trying to bring through a consequences. Okay, means your next action. Next action. Okay, what to do next. All right, so this is your coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, and in total, we have 7 fanboys. Okay, fanboys. Just try to memorize like so. I want you from now on to become a fanboy. Okay, so far so good. Any questions before I move on? Any questions before I move on? Okay, all right. So let's move on to the next portion. So this is the practice part. Practice part. I'll demonstrate you 5 sentences first. Okay, 5 questions here. Then the remaining 10 you'll do it yourself. And later, after you finish off, I will discuss with you all one by one. Okay. So I'll demonstrate 5 first so that you have a better understanding. First thing first. Okay, we are not talking about the fanboys first. Let's talk about how do you identify the subject and predicate in your sentence. Okay, so if it's subject, please circle it up. If it's predicate, underline. All right. For the first question, let's look through. Hiking is the best way to explore nature closely. Hiking is the best way to explore nature closely. We are talking about hiking, so we circle it up because this is the subject. What is it about? It's about hiking. Okay, and the remaining portion is the best way to explore nature closely. It's your predicate. It is about something about the hiking. Hiking why? Hiking 怎么? Hiking is the best way to explore nature closely. Okay, next one, question number 2. My uncle had a frightening experience as a young man. So for this one, my uncle, subject is your uncle. Okay, it is talking about your uncle. Your uncle 怎么? Your uncle, what happened? What happened to your uncle? Your uncle had a frightening experience as a young man. So frightening also means scary. Yeah? Okay, there's a scary experience as a young man, has some nightmares when he was still young. All right. Third one, text messaging has become popular among teenagers. So this one, what is it about the sentence? Text messaging. So this is your subject. Okay. And text messaging 怎么? What happened to the text messaging? Text messaging has become popular among teenagers. All right. Can you see? So do you have a better understanding about subject and predicate in one sentence? So far, so good, right? Then we move on. Question number 4. Effective time management requires 4 easy steps. So we're talking about the effective time management. What is effective time management? Effective time management is actually about how do you use your time wisely? how do you use your time smartly? How can you fully utilize your time nicely? So this is called effective. All right. It's not like simply wasting time. All right. It's like if you have 24 hours other than the 10 hours for sleeping, your remaining hours, how do you divide it and ensure that you are able to use them nicely, wisely, smartly? Okay, so effective time management requires first step. This is something that is additional, so it's a predicate. All right. Moving on to the next one and the very last for demonstration. Every college student should take a computer course. So this is sentence is about what? It's about the college student. Every college student. What should they do? They should take a computer course. Additional information. Okay, so far so good, ah. So by looking through these 5 demonstrated sentences, okay, you should have a better understanding on which part is your subject and which part is your predicate already. Don't forget, subject is what or whom. This sentence is about. Your predicate is telling you something about the subject, relates to the subject. Okay, so question number 6 to question number 10, I'll give you 10 minutes, or I'll give you 10 minutes. Try to complete it yourself, and later, once you've done, let me know by raising your hand. And for those who are watching the recording, you can pause it here. Once you've done, resume back your recording so that you can help to cross-check your answer with our discussion. All right, so far so good, ah. If there's no any further questions, right, that's all. Let's go. All right, let's go. Okay, time's up. Come, let's discuss together. To explore the progress, I will go through it one by one with for you. Okay. If there's any further thing that you want to discuss, just let me know by typing your question into the chat box. All right, So question number 6. The painting Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh is fascinating in many ways. So the painting Starry Night is your subject. I know a lot of students will also include by Vincent van Gogh. But don't forget, all right, subject is the who and what the sentence is telling you, the who and what the sentence is about. The predicate portion is telling you something about the subject. So by Vincent van Gogh, okay, draw by who, this is also extra information. Hence, this should be under, okay, parked under your predicate instead of be together part of your subject. You get what I mean, So by Vincent van Gogh is fascinating in many ways. It's your predicate. Meanwhile, just to let you know, fascinating is a word that maybe you can use in your future essay, but the meaning is about interesting. All right, attractive. All right. Next one, question number 7. My first driving lesson was a disaster. So this one, subject is about your first driving lesson. My first driving lesson. What is it about? Was a disaster. Disaster means you didn't end it very well. Okay, it's not a very good start. You do a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. So disaster. Okay, so my first driving lesson is a subject. Was a disaster is a predicate. Then we move on to the next portion. Okay, the process of getting a driver license has several steps. So this one, the subject is the process of getting a driver license. Okay, I know some students may only circle up to the process. However, we need to be very precise. Okay, we need to be very accurate. What is it about? Is it about the process of getting a driver license? Okay, has several steps is your predicate portion. All right. Next one, question number 9. My ability to speak English has changed in my life. Changed my life in several important ways. So your subject is my ability to speak English. Your predicate portion is has changed my life in several important ways. Okay, I'll expedite the things a bit so that we have more time to work on the next portion. Cool. So moving on, some computer games involve the player in physical activities. Some computer games is your subject. Involve the player in physical activity is your predicate. Okay, next one, question number 11. Cloudy weather affects certain people in negative ways because a lot of people, when they see the weather is very bad or it's like almost raining soon, suddenly the feel, okay, the mood also become a bit blue, right? Emo. So this one is about the bad weather affecting your mood. All right. So if it's like so, your subject should be cloudy weather. And what can it do? What is it about the cloudy weather? It is about it can affect certain people in negative way. Okay, affect certain people in negative way. So before I move on to the next question, there's also some additional thing I want you to take note of. If it's about affect, means this to influence or to make changes. Okay, another word that is very similar to affects, it's effect. Okay, so similar in spelling, then there's only one alphabet that's different. One is A, one is E, right? So what's the difference between affects and effects? Affects means to influence, okay, to make changes to certain people, all right, to cause some changes. However, if it's effects, effects means the result, the end result, or the consequences. Okay, what is it? What does it? What's the end result? Okay, so this is the difference. Please take note of. How do you remember it? Effect is when this thing, you have this, then it can further change, make changes to you in terms of action or things like that, or to influence you. So you will need to have that first, A, all right? But effects is end result, so E, E. Okay, this is how you should remember things. All right, just some additional informations. Cool? Okay, let's move on. So, question number 12. There are many reasons why online shopping has become so popular today. The main subject here for this sentence is there are many reasons. Okay. Sorry, again. There are many reasons why online shopping. You know what? Sorry, again. Let's do it again. There are many reasons why online shopping. Yeah, there are many reasons why online shopping, because we need to be very precise. Why online shopping what? Okay, has become so popular today. All right, so subject, predicate. We move on to the next one. To be a successful entrepreneur requires a certain characteristics. So to be a successful entrepreneur, okay? Entrepreneur means a successful businessman. Okay, entrepreneur means businessman. You have your own business, that kind. All right, you are your own boss. All right, so to be a successful entrepreneur requires certain characteristic. Subject, predicate. Subject, predicate. Okay, we move on to the next one. Young entrepreneurs encounter many difficulties when they begin a business. Okay, this is your question number 14. So this subject is young entrepreneurs, younger businessmen. When you first started off, all right, you will encounter, you will face. Encounter means face. Let me just quickly highlight to you. Encounter means face. All right. Many difficulties when they begin a business, okay, because you just start and you don't have a lot of experience, so definitely you will have a lot of like difficulties that you need to overcome. All right, and the very last one here, it is important to be consistent when preparing for an examination. The subject here is it is important to be consistent. Consistent for what? When preparing for an examination. Okay, so this is your subject, this is your predicate. All right, so these are your all 10 questions that has been discussed. All right, so far so good. Any questions before I move on? Any questions before I move down? If there's no question, raise hand. Okay, all right, so let's move on. So when we go to practice 2, this is the next steps where we will need to identify this sentence is for simple sentence or a compound sentence. Okay, is it just related or involve one independent clause, or is it including two different independent clause and there's something to join them together, combine them together, either your comma, all right, either your semicolon, or is there any coordinating conjunctions in the sentence? All right, if you are able to see comma, semicolon, coordinating conjunctions, definitely it will be your compound sentence because they want to combine two things into one. All right. However, if there's none of it, all right, there's nothing, all right, then it will be your simple sentence. Okay. Go through your question number 1 till question number 10. Do it yourself. I think so it's pretty easy. I will not show any demonstrations. Okay. If you want to know the examples, you can look back to the notes above when I try to explain you simple sentence and also compound sentence, the difference. Look at the examples, huh? Okay, so there's 10 questions here. I'll give you 10 minutes as usual. All right, try to work on it. And other than try to write down the answers at the right-hand side, please highlight or circle up the key evidence, okay? Key evidence that that let you know, okay? Let you confirm it is either simple sentence or is it your compound sentence. Okay, for example, if there's any coordinating conjunctions, then circle it up. Then I know that, okay, this is why you say that this sentence is the compound sentence. Okay, you get what I mean now? All right, so without any further ado, for those who are watching the recording, pause it here. Once you have done, resume back your video, cross-check your answer with us, and it's good to go. Okay, and for those who are trying to work on it with me, if you have any questions or if you have any vocabulary that you want further explanation, let me know and comment in the chat box. Okay, be good, ah. All right, let's go. Do it yourself. Okay, welcome back to the English class. Sorry. Welcome back to our exercise. So once we have done, all right, let's discuss. So if you notice, actually everything is your compound, right? Everything is CD. I know some students actually just now secretly texted me. All right, secretly texted me, teacher, why everything same answer? Yes, okay, that's the trap. It is a lesson to teach you that you should always be confident with yourself, all right? If you find out that it's all compound and you have the sufficient evidence to prove you that, so be it, okay? Do not, because you think that, definitely everything will have slight difference when then you change your answer, okay? So do not do that. Be confident with yourself, okay, with the knowledge that you have. All right. So now I will only help to highlight, okay? I just want to quickly highlight on what are the evidence to tell you that the sentences are a compound sentence instead of a simple sentence. All right. So for the first one, there's an and, okay? Question number 2, and question number 3, but question number 4, and question number 5, and question number 6, but question number 7, or, right? Question number 8, but question number, question number 8 still got one N in the front part. Question number 9, okay, or question number 10, and also but behind. All right, your coordinating conjunctions, don't forget fan, boy. So anything in fanboys, if you can see it in the sentence, okay, if it's included in the sentence, then we know that it is definitely compound sentence. All right, so far so good, no questions. Now I'll move on further. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Practice 3 is something that I really want you to work, okay, because this is the most closest to forming an essay, all right, so forming a sentence of your own. All right, that just now that one is just for you to really understand whether you're able to grasp the knowledge for identifying which one is compound sentence, which one is simple sentence, and how can you form them, right? The core things. Now, by using, okay, coordinating conjunctions, but here I've also a few options only, not everything. Using and, but, so, because these 4 coordinating conjunctions, all right, and also looking into the scenario, right? The scenario, the situation in each of the sentence, okay, each of the questions here, 1 to 6, right? You have to describe, right? Describe a bit. There's first part, second part, right? Because there's a divider. First part, second part, first part, second part. Definitely, there will be 2 independent things that you need to combine together. How can you do it? Okay, do it yourself. And if there's anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'll wait for your answers. Okay, I already helped you to form a bit actually. All right, form a bit. So by kickstarting, all right, your sentence with all this that has been included, okay, then you continue the sentence. There's only one full stop, so I only want one sentence. And if there's anything you want to combine to describe the both part, all right, the both part of your sentence, use your coordinating conjunctions as per the mentioned one. And but, so, and because. Okay, there's only a six sentence. I'll give you just 6 minutes. All right. Once you've done, let me know. Otherwise, I will just discuss accordingly. Okay. For those who are watching the recording, pause it here. Once you've done, resume back and you can cross-check your answer. Oh, by the way, because this is like purely your free, you can just write whatever you think is relevant. All right, as long as it's relevant to the pictures and also it's using the coordinating conjunctions that has been mentioned to be used, right? So you can do whatever you want. You want to add additional information, you want to give some name to the character in the picture above, also can. No worries. Okay, then later when I discuss my answer, you are still not very sure about your answers, just let me know. I'll help you to check. Okay, just put it into the chat box and let me know. If you are someone who is watching the recorded video, maybe you can text me. All right, I always tell my students, text me. This is my number. Okay, my name is Steph, in case you don't know. Okay, my name is Steph. You can just text me and say, teacher, my name is who. All right, for example, your name is Alison. Okay, you registered under which branch, and you have any you have some questions that you want to check with me in regards to page 24. Okay, then I'll help you to check accordingly. So far so good. Don't worry, don't worry. I will help you to. I'll be sure that I will attend to you accordingly. Okay, so 6 minutes starting from now. All right, please do it yourself. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's discuss together, shall we? So for the first question, my answers, I'll give you my answer first, like what I've mentioned earlier. I'll give you my answer first, and then later you just let me know if you are not sure that whether yours is correct or not. Okay, so the first one, it was very hot in the office. So Jerry opened the window. Okay, I decided to use past tense because I saw the window is already been opened. Okay, see, already been opened. It's not like I haven't opened, wanted to open. So I use past tense. Okay, already happened. Next one. Question number 2. They couldn't play tennis. Why they couldn't play? You see, it's raining. It's raining outside, so cannot anymore. Okay, so they couldn't play tennis. No use and sorry. They couldn't play tennis because it's raining cats and dogs outside. All right, it's raining cats and dogs. It's raining heavily. Okay, next one. They went to the museum. Right, you can see. Look at the picture. They went to the museum. However, closed. Okay, so this one, they went to the museum, but unfortunately, it was closed. Okay, I have a full stop behind, so I don't have to put anything. All right, next one. This is the tricky one. A lot of students asking me, teacher, how I'm not sure. How can I connect both together? Let me see. All right, let me tell you my answers. Okay, and see if it's helping you. So Bill wasn't hungry, so he didn't. Okay, he did not touch the food that he had ordered. Okay, he did not touch the food that he had ordered earlier because it's after 20 minutes later, right? So I don't know, maybe he felt like he wanted to eat it, but when it's arrived, he's already not that hungry, so he doesn't want to eat first. Okay, moving on. Question number 5. Helen was late to work because, okay, she was stuck. She was stuck in a traffic congestion. Okay, or you can also use traffic jam, but traffic congestion is a better word to it lah. Okay, traffic jam. Next one. All right, next one. Sue said. This one also a lot of people is asking me, teacher, how? I don't know, right? So because there is 3 parts, we just explain 3 accordingly. Okay, first thing first, Sue said goodbye. Right? Sue said goodbye, use a comma. Got into her car and drove away. That will do. All right, Sue said goodbye, got into a car, and drove away. Okay, so any questions? Any questions? Mm. Can. All right. It was very hot, so he opened the window. Can. It's just changing the different something only. No issue. Can. Next one. Mm-hmm. Helen was late, so she said sorry. Can. Helen was late, so she said sorry. No issue. Can. As long as able to explain. Late, so she said sorry. No issue. Can. So you can either use because to explain the traffic congestions, or you can explain further in the next section. No issue. Very good. All right, very good. Thanks for giving another angle. Okay, cool, cool. Next one. So said goodbye and drove away. Can. It's just me. I just trying to explain every action. But if yours is like so said goodbye and drove away, can. All right. In the end, you also did touch. Okay. Yep. Okay. Anything else? So far, so good, ah? All right. Then let's move on to the very last part. By looking at the timing, I don't think I'm able to cover practice 4 and practice 5, everything. So there will be some homework that's being left for you. Okay, please do it yourself. And after that, just try to WhatsApp to me so I can help you to mark and also send it back to you. Okay. You need to know for English, it's something that need your own efforts. Okay, you need to read more, watch more. Either you read more book, you do more practices, or you watch more English drama. Okay, English movie to learn on their pronunciations or the flow of words. Right? Then only you can improve your English one. Okay. All right. So without any further ado, let's move into our practice 4. I don't think I have enough time to do it because we have spent a bit of time for you to work on yourself to ensure that, okay, it's not just me delivering the knowledge to you, but you also absorbed and you're able to do it. All right. For the previous part. So for practice 4, we try to cover as much as we can by looking at the time, okay, as much as we can. The remaining one will be your homework. Okay, let's go. So, first one. He was very tired after a long working day. He washed all the dishes in the kitchen. Okay, he was very tired after a long working day. So this one, tired, some negative connotations, right? Tiring. Okay, he washed all the dishes in the kitchen. Wow, but he still do something, washed all. So he did something that is positive. Okay, means that he's very diligent, hardworking. Okay, although he's tired, still washed all the dishes. So which one should I use? Do I use and? Do I use but? Or for, nor, or so? Which one do I use? And? But we have different opposite idea, okay? And is when you are adding information into it. Usually it's the same category, like the example that we have earlier, right? Teacher Jai loved Japanese food and Thai food. Both is about food. But one is about he feel very tired. Another one is about he is washing something, okay? He felt very tired. He's washing something. So which one? Very good, okay? It should be but. It should be but. He was very tired, but he washed all the dishes in the kitchen. Very good. All right, moving on to the next one. Miriam bought apples, oranges, carrots, lemons. Thank you. Very good. And potatoes, because these are all vegetables and fruits. So same category, adding additional information. So we use and. Very good. Next one, question number 3. Mr. Robertson should stop smoking cigarettes immediately. He will get seriously ill. Which one should I use? Thank you. Okay, very good. Very good. It should be or. Why? This or that. Either you choose to stop smoking cigarettes immediately and then get a healthy body, or you will get seriously ill, okay, become sick because of smoking, right? Smoking is harmful for your health, right? So this or that, you choose one and immediately eventually you will go to one direction, okay, one kind of ending. All right, so this or that, choose one. Very good. Okay, moving on to question number 4. I forgot to take my umbrella with me. I got soaked under the heavy rain yesterday morning. So this one is what? Yes, all right. I forgot to take my umbrella with me, so I got soaked under the heavy rain yesterday morning. So there's a consequence. You forgot to take, so you have no umbrella, and then the next action, you got soaked under the heavy rain, you become wet. Okay, so the consequences, the next action. Because of this happened. All right, very good. Yep. Look at the time. Let's stop at question number 5. Benjamin could get the job easily. He was the only applicant for that position in the company. He get the job. All right. He's the only applicant. And no, and there's a connection. There's a relation between these two things. Yes, all right, very good. Easily because, okay? Benjamin could get the job easily because he was the only applicant for that position in the company. All right, if there's like 100 people, definitely the competition is higher, okay? People will choose, but there's only him. Of course, there's nothing to choose. He will get the job, right? Okay? Okay, So, look at the time. We can only stop here. All right. So, question number 6. Okay, your page 25 up to your practice 5 until page 27. Okay, page 27. So page 25, 26, 27. For those that is not completed, please send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, let me know what's your name, you registered under which branch, and also take picture clearly to me so that I can help you to mark and send it back via WhatsApp to you. Before our next week, I might, okay, discuss once more with you on this. Otherwise, I'll just start our March week 1 syllabus accordingly. Okay, so if there's anything, I suppose we have already established a good basic foundation or understanding about what we are trying to teach today nicely in the class already. So the practices are additional just for your better understanding. Okay, so if you do it, okay, this one is additional brownie points, okay, additional extra things for you, okay, good effort. If you didn't do it, I'll also just move on, I think. Okay, so far so good. Any questions or anything you want to ask me? No? All good? Okay, if you have no questions, raise hand. Okay. All right. Okay. Then without any further ado, thank you for your time. Next week, same timing, I'll see you again. Bye. Bye-bye.